What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex, and you're watching Ragin Ronin review. Got a review for you. I checked out Polar. Polar is a film on Netflix, and it's an assassin movie, kind of like John Wick. Not so much in the style of Equalizer, because, well, an Equalizer wasn't actually an assassin, but more in the style of John Wick, except this is way more violent. I'm talking about the violence is full on over the top. And the story isn't anything that's different from a lot of assassin movies. The company that he works for turns on him, and he has to fend for himself on his own. And we've seen this type of thing in a lot of these assassin movies. And so they don't really do anything differently with the story. But what's different is just the level of violence. It's really, really over the top. But what makes this film watchable is Mads Mikkelsen's performance. I really like him playing an assassin. I like that he's so one-dimensional in this movie. There's really not much to him. He's a very cold type of character, and he does the job well. And it's also like it's a pretty physical performance for him because there's lots of fight choreography, and I think a lot of the fighting is really, really well choreographed. But what I do have, I guess I have a main issue with, is that there's just a lot of unnecessary, senseless, over-the-top, bloody violence. I know a lot of people like that sort of thing, but when you really think about it, it's just too much. Like, this movie is nearly 2 hours long, and half of this film is dedicated to other assassins trying to get to him, but on the way to get to him, they have to kill a lot of other, innocent people. And it's just done in a very over-the-top, senseless, and bloody way, which was so unnecessary, which, I don't mind. It's not, disturbing to me or bothers me in any way, shape, or form. It's just okay, do we really need this scene in here? Because, I think, the guy's dead. And are we just gonna go through this, every 10 minutes they just have senseless killings of these innocent people just to get to him? So I just feel it's a little bit unnecessary, and it almost feels to the point where, in cinema, if filmmakers make their films really over violent or really have over the top gore, it's almost trying to be artistic. This is not that at all. This is just them, the studios, the filmmakers just having fun. That's all it is. It really reminds me of two other films, Crank 2, High Voltage, and another film they directed, Gamer, where the violence and the grotesqueness is just so over the top, but it just makes you think, it just feels very, very empty. It's just there, but it doesn't need to be there. And yeah, it's just not necessary. But anyways, that's just the first half of the film. The second half gets crazier, but the thing is that I actually like the second half a hell of a lot more, because that's when we get to see Mads Mikkelsen really do his stuff. Because the first half, they're just really just trying to get to him. The second half, they get to him, and now he goes to work. That's what really makes this cool. That's what really makes make his character believable as an assassin. He looks the part, now he actually plays the part. And like I said, lots of great fight choreography there, a lot of cool gunplay, and they make him do a lot of crazy things. And this film is just full of being over the top. It's just a lot of excess. There's just a lot of it's got everything. It's got ultra violence, lots of gore, sex, nudity, drugs, and a lot of bad language. They just throw everything into this one movie, and they just trying to make the most hard R-rated film ever. And there's just so much violent imagery, it's ridiculous. But I like it. I like the second half of the film. The first half, I'm just wondering what the hell's going on. Is it going to be like this throughout the entire movie? I actually had a feeling that it was going to be like this throughout the entire movie, in which case I would have felt okay, this is not a good movie. But I still feel that the second half redeemed itself, and it had some pretty cool, innovative action sequences, so it really makes up for the first half. And Mads Mikkelsen is very believable as an assassin. And to top things off, oh man, that was a pretty good hallway fight. I thought that the hallway fight in Oldboy was pretty awesome. This is a pretty awesome hallway fight. Anyways, that's all I gotta say in this review. I'm gonna give this film, I'm gonna give it a 5.5. No, sorry, a 5 out of 10. Let's give it a 5 out of 10, just because I like the second half of the movie. The first half I thought was kind of nonsense. The second half, while not perfect, still was a lot better, and I just like the second half of the film, so I like only half the film. Anyways, that's all I gotta say in this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. 5 out of 10, as always. If you enjoyed this review, you want to see more, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me to Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.